So today we are using an audience participation tool called Glisser. It's really easy to use. All you need to do is get your phone or your iPad and type in glsr.it/edge18 and it's on the theatre as well. So Rachel and Jose are going to be doing some interactive poll questions at the end, so you can interact with it on this website. And you can also ask any questions that you have, you can ask throughout the session, and then if they've got time, they're going to answer them all at the end. Okay, and I'd like to introduce Rachel and Jose to the stage. Thanks very much.
I'm a head teacher of a school in Lincolnshire, and this is my colleague Jose Miguel from Portugal. We're part of an Erasmus Plus project that involves 6 different countries. There is a leaflet on your table, and if you'd like to speak to any of us about the project at the end, you will see us all with badges with flags on. So today we want to tell you about things we've seen as we've gone around to all the different countries and identifying innovative aspects of the curriculum from the perspective of a head teacher. And we're going to start a dialogue with yourselves at the end with the questions.
Good morning, welcome. This is about Erasmus K2 project. This is a different project. Why? Because it involves head teachers, it involves different kinds of institutions like university, schools, association of schools, and a municipality. We are from different 6 countries, and these countries, they are invited to the project because in these 6 countries there are different ways of working with education. During 3 years we are organizing around 3 topics. Autonomy, schools assessment, and curriculum is the last topic for this last year. How this project began? Because in Portugal is also in Edo4 schools, it's a group of 6 schools. We are talking about how promote a school of success. And if you are talking in the local region, if you are talking in Portugal, if you need to talk this in Europe, because if you are talking in Europe, you need to talk in one voice, we decide not to make this project only in our country, but involve other countries, involve other partners, involve different partners. And today we are here and to tell you something that what I think about this. Well, we try that this be interactive, not on us to talk with you, but you to talk with us. And we prepared 6 questions that appears in the end, and that Julia says you have app, you can vote these questions. At that moment, I think it's important that you look at the questions, because it's like brainstorming about this. There are 6 questions, the answer is yes or no, and in the end you have some time to make more interactive this issue. I stop 1 or 2 minutes to can you see the questions? If you want to read, not. Don't forget the title of this seminar, Head Teachers as Promoters of Curriculum Innovation. This stays in your and our mind during this presentation. Okay, in the end we come back to these questions. We try to give you some examples to illustrate the big issues, the big questions of each slide. Here we are talking about the curriculum allows the decision making of teachers, the capacity of teachers to make all their decisions about curriculum. We can put here different examples, and we choose an example for Italy. because in this project we stay 1 week in each country. And during this week we are in United Kingdom. During this week we visit schools, we have lectures, we discuss among us everything with relationship with the topics. And when we go to Italy, we go to some schools, or to one school, which have an amazing project. The name is sexta16. But what's happened about curriculum on this project? It's a project that the schools don't have backpack. The students go to their rooms only with a small school bag. Why? Because they don't have homeworks. The students don't bring the books for the classes. There are books there, but they are too flowers, they are too plants. Why do students they use books if they can use the plants that are there in the school? And every morning, in Monday, the students decide what they want to learn. And this decision of the students, to be approved for the teachers, yes, this is very innovative in curriculum. This is a new way that work with the curriculum in the classroom. There are different, there are round tables, corners. The agora is a corner that the students can talk in the beginning of the week with the teachers and decide everything that's happened. This is a make capacity of the teachers to write the curriculum, to do everything, can do what the students want to learn. It's individual, a class chosen about this.
So we come to the UK, and this group has been in Lincolnshire with me this week, part of the time in my school. And we've talked about how an innovative curriculum really needs staff who are undertaking a high standard of professional development. We've talked about how there aren't courses anymore, and schools don't send the staff on courses because they're expensive in terms of time and cover, and it usually only inspires the member of staff who's gone on the course. It's very difficult to disseminate that information. So this group have noticed that in my school there's distributed leadership on many aspects of curriculum and lots of opportunities for open dialogue between staff. There's great autonomy for staff to be able to produce what they want to produce from the national curriculum. Strong cooperative networks to trial ideas, share best practice and participate in continuous joint professional development. So if you'd want to find out any more information about the staff being inspired, then please speak to me afterwards. So this is from the Netherlands. When we went to the Netherlands, we noticed that a head teacher can have some amazing ideas about curriculum, but they can't make the changes alone. They really need the staff to carry out the ideas. Now, in the Netherlands, we saw a head teacher who valued innovation and entrepreneurship. One of them promoted the talents of one of their teachers who was amazing at art. And the head teacher could see that they were passionate about art and artists and working with the children. So the head teacher allowed the teacher the freedom to explore their ideas, and they've actually set up an art library in their school. So a lot of the work is created by international and local artists, but also the children's artwork. And members of the community can borrow the artwork from the school. They have their own bank account, and the children decide what they're going to spend the money on when they've loaned out. Everybody pays a subscription to go to the art library. They buy equipment for their school, and they buy other artwork. Now, it's extremely successful for this school and for other local schools and the local community. But obviously, in order for it to be so successful in the curriculum, the head teacher needs to truly know the talents of their staff. So if you'd like to find out more information about the Netherlands Art Library, see you here. Now, in Poland, we found that the most innovative head teachers had worked with their students to ensure they shared the same vision. So I spoke to one of the head teachers and said, how have you managed to do this? And they gave me 3 things. The first one, they said, in Poland there is a strong connection between student expectations and their results. The students have high expectations of the school and know these will be fulfilled. They know that if they work hard, so will the staff, and the students will pass their exams. The second reason is there's a high level of trust within the school. Teachers and students respect each other and they cooperate well together. The third reason is there is a high level of cooperation between the school and parents. They have a great influence on the school. And if you'd like to find out more information about the polling system, it is Bo you talk to.
Okay. But I stop a few minutes and go back about our 6 questions. But remember, we tried in the end of the presentation to talk with you about the questions that we put in the book. Okay? Head teachers as promoters of curriculum innovation, what I and Rachel and this group are trying to share with you. Okay, another slide, another sentence. The participation of different projects enables the development of curriculum. Yes, we agree with that, sure with that. In this project, it's an Erasmus project, we always make innovation in curriculum because we are learning with different persons. But it's important the capacity of the head teachers to innovate the options. In Madrid, this is a photo from a school that we visit in Madrid. We have a partner in Spain with the Association of Schools, and we involve 2 schools, a school in Madrid and a school in Barcelona, but we have only time to stay 1 week in Madrid. In this school, they have products, a government product from Madrid, but they are something different for this. Why? Because the idea is to improve the English language in the Madrid area schools. Improve like what? I have maths in English, have science in English, I have other issues in English. But these head teachers, because the head teachers knows the school, knows the students, knows the parents, knows the teachers, they need to look for the national projects and think what I can do to improve this project in my school. And these head teachers do something amazing. What he do? Says, let's see something different. Okay, the goal is improve the English language. The goal is B language. We put more time for English lessons. The English lessons in this school have double the usual time. No, we don't have English science lessons in English, but we have more time for English lessons. If we have more time for English lessons, the English teachers can teach another subject like science, like another kind of things. Okay? And this, let's say, this way that look for a national project and think the goals of the project, but fits the project in the reality of the school is very important, because this school, if we are comparing with another schools, have more results. Why? Because the head teachers make innovation. Well, if you want to know more about this, we have our Spanish team there, and in the end we can talk with our colleagues about this project or about why this project happens in this school. And maybe they tell you because they are with the international group, they have ideas to do things like this. Well, another country, but another question. The mission of the school is student success. Yes, it's a usual and normal sentence. Because we have 6 Portuguese schools, we can put here 6 examples from Portugal or from other countries, but we decide to do something different. Why? Because our first training event appears in Portugal 3 years ago, and many things changing for today. Because this group of head teachers in Portugal, United Kingdom, or in Spain, or Italy, and Poland, don't have a support for the government that can do innovation. Because if the head teacher makes innovation, the inspectoration goes to school and says, no, it's not possible to do that. What's happened? And in Portugal, this moment, it's happened different things. Why? Because the people that decide the political decision about education schools, they are work in different projects. The starter project is National Program for Promotion School Success. These 6 schools are always involved in this. After this project, there are another project that's work together in this project is to flexibility and autonomy projects. These schools are there. That moment, our Portuguese schools can do different things and can change many things. Because in the first meeting we have in Portugal, sometimes I remember a relative say, well, in my school I do this. And my colleague says, yes, I want to do, but the law don't permit that. That moment is changing. It's happened things that we can do different things. And we have a group of Portuguese schools involved in this project. They do something amazing. They can do everything they want. The Secretary of State says yes. They don't have more money, don't have more research, only have no role. But they need to prepare the students for exams too. It's something incredible that happened in this moment in Portugal. And the money that are used for education in our region, they are new projects. The municipalities this moment needs to use the money for the Commission comes to Portugal where in this project where our head teachers say it's good to involve money. Example, in Mangualde City with this funding there are a new project that starts this STEM project. What's about STEM? It's about working with math, science. It's about flexibility. It's about innovation. This moment everything is connected. If you want a mission of the school is that, the mission of our government is need the same.
So, as a result of the work we've been doing as our project is nearing an end, we've come to the conclusion a head teacher knows their school and their local community. They've got to be brave to take risks and be innovative with regards to the curriculum. But we know that when you're considering your curriculum, you've got to consider three words: intent, implementation and impact. You need to know what the purpose of your curriculum is going to be and be brave enough to stand by it for your local community. You need to know how you're going to implement it and how you will measure the impact and what the impact is. So that for interesting people like Ofsted coming through your door, you can stand by what you are doing in your school. But you do need to be aware that if you change one aspect of your curriculum, it will affect another aspect. And we're going to demonstrate, when we were in Italy, we looked at Van der Aker's curriculum component model, which has been gradually building as we've been talking. So my able assistant, Jose Miguel, will demonstrate.
Okay.
If you change one aspect of the curriculum...
Assessment? What's happened? If I move like content, everything is moving. Okay? Teacher rules. It's not static. The curriculum, every part is moving. And you need to move that, because if I change this and I not change that thing, it's not working. You need to change everything because, you know, like something has happened here. No? This is the central question, but everything is moving if I move that. If a school changes the assessment and don't change the grouping, it's not working. It's very important that you think about this question. Thank you, Mark.
So before we come to the questions, in summary, we decided that most successful and innovative teachers are the ones that are willing to take risks. They know the talents of their staff members. They know the needs of their local community and adapt their curriculums accordingly. They work collaboratively with all staff and allow staff to make decisions regarding curriculum. They share their vision with students, parents and with external agencies such as local authorities, trusts and inspectorate. But perhaps most importantly, the successful and innovative head teacher needs to have a holistic view of their school to be able to visualise how changing one aspect will affect another. So if you'd like to find any information about the Erasmus Plus project, you will see us all with our names and flags on our badges. But we now want to hand over the presentation to you because we want to be able to answer the questions with you and listen to what you're saying about a head teacher being innovative in a school.
Okay, before the questions we have, thank you for this step. Now, Julia, okay, it says we have 20 minutes, we are in time, no? It's British time, yeah, it's perfect. Your mobile phones, your iPads, your tablet, not try or that free opportunity?
That's really exciting, just coming around and talking to people. The fact that most people feel they can be creative in their teaching is kind of comforting to know. When we visited some of the other countries, we've realised that over the 3 years of the project, some countries it was quite limiting to begin with at the start, but they are allowed to be more creative, which is fantastic, working together, finding ways to be creative in the teaching. That's really nice to see.
Yes, Maren, that's important. And remember, the name of this place that the education shows for us is teaching with creativity. It's not technology, it's connect with that. Okay, the next question.
I like the fact that people feel empowered with all the inspectorate that we have and all the rules they make. It's nice to know that as a group of professionals we feel empowered to contribute to innovative aspects of the curriculum rather than just sticking by things that we might be told to do.
Tricky question for someone. You can ask.
Innovative. If you have a nice head teacher, tell them they're doing a nice job. We like to hear it from time to time. They've noticed that in the UK, in most of our UK schools, we've got vision and values all over the place. It's on the walls as you go in reception, it's in the classrooms. And some of the people on this part of this group were saying that's not something you would see necessarily in the schools in their countries. Although they have a vision, it's not actually written on the walls and imprinted on the children all the time. So that's really interesting. Not to say one way is better than another, just really interesting. We've noticed as we've gone round that the UK seems to really have a big push on vision, and the children can virtually say it verbatim for you. Very interesting.
First slide doesn't now have a big part.
interesting, the lady down here has just said that you could perhaps change the wording and say that in most countries now, a lack of money and lack of resources means you actually have to be more creative, which is very true. You have to, when you haven't got the things in school, but you've still got to teach the objectives. Yeah, that's very interesting. And in fact, if you think we've had in UK, we are not alone. The other countries involved in this project, they were also saying they haven't got enough budget either, so it's a common thing. Looking at assessment, every single country is being bound by national tests and the accountability and the pressure that brings. So we have spent a lot of time talking about how we can be innovative in assessment, and yeah, it seems to does change the curriculum approach, albeit sometimes you can't afford to be innovative or go straight too far from what your national tests are asking of you.
100% of yes for this question. Okay? Is that possible? Yeah, we finished the questions.
Are there any questions anyone has while we still have the microphones? We've got just a couple of minutes. Any questions? You've got information on your table about the whole project. If you want to find out more about the entire project, we've made e-books as we've gone along over the 3 years. There's video footage and all sorts of things that are on the website. Any questions or any comments anyone wants to make with regards to a head teacher being innovative with curriculum?
This is our personal address for the group, and this is QR code for our website.
I want to say thank you very much then. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
In schools in Southern Europe.
In this case, in Portugal, at that moment, I think yes, that moment is enough to start it. It's not what we want, but what we can do in this moment, in this year.
With regards to the second one, something we have done at our school about reviewing, top advice is starting to review the curriculum. We took it back to basics and talked about, as a staff and local community, actually what we wanted for the children. We can't decide what's in the maths curriculum, that's up to the government. We don't know what's going to happen in the future, so we don't know what we're preparing the children for. But we talked about values, so our curriculum is values-based. What can we have control over? We can have control over whether they learn respect, resilience, relationships, and so on. So that was our top advice as we looked at that to start with.
For the last question, and of the last rational thing about that, the curriculum is never stopped. I think it's something is growing, something is changing. It's the question, how long should the curriculum take to prepare? Every day, every year.